Hey guys, what's up? Hitmarth here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario Super Sluggers for the Nintendo Wii. In the last episode, we went through a little bit of Wario's area, and unfortunately, there wasn't much to come by in that area because we cannot acquire Wario until we get DK on our team, so we're going to be working on getting him to cooperate with us. So, first and foremost, we're going to go pick up that piece of the tablet that Dixie mentioned was on the front side. And there are only 3 pieces in total, so this isn't too much of a maze. But after you get that, go ahead and talk to Dixie. And she says you found part of it, but it's been broken into pieces. We need all 3 pieces. Dixie will then join your team, a defensive gem who can also climb walls. However, I never use this. And as such, like she asks DK, he comes back down and says he's clueless. Why not let Mario and his friends handle it? But he says it's his ballpark, he should take care of himself. So he decides to test you on that. So we need to get it out, which is actually pretty simple to do. I don't know why it's ranked 2 out of 3. I was going to say 2 baseballs, but 2 out of 3. Getting it out's not terribly difficult. Against DK, I could kind of see why, but it's still not that bad. So getting out, this one's a little bit more lenient than some of them, so you can get a strikeout or you can just, you know, manage to tag him out on the field. Either one works here. That's a foul, so I'm not too worried about it. Change up. Strikeout. There you go. The only thing you have to worry about there is if DK hits the ball, he is a very good power hitter, and so he might just be able to hit it over the fence. And if that happens, well, you're not getting him unless you retry. So you want to avoid that. It's settled. I'm leaving it up to you. If you find barrels or boxes, I'll crush them with a hand slap. Let's send Bowser Jr. packing. Let's do it. Now, we could go back to Wario Stadium right now, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to work on this area as much as I can. Hey, the captain's here to join you. Hooray! You can switch captains by pointing at the face icon with the remote. Each captain has a special talent, so if you're stuck, try switching captains. You can also switch by pressing minus. Easy, isn't it? It is indeed, so we're going to be switching to DK. In addition to breaking the boxes, he can also climb vines, as you could already well imagine from seeing him doing it earlier. And we found Diddy Kong. Hi, Donkey Kong. Did you bring everyone with you? Sure did. Now give us the lowdown on the stone tablet. So the stone tablet is a switch that'll make the bridge come up right here. And we're going to have to find all the pieces of the tablet. A minion climbed down the other vine and got away. So that gives you a clue as to where the second one is. Now when you're climbing the vines, you will have to point down or up relative to which direction of the vine you want to go to, so just a little bit of a heads up about that. And it appears Cranky Kong, or not Cranky Kong, jeez, man, I need to really work on my Donkey Kong apparently, even though I don't play those games. Funky Kong is getting ambushed by a fire bro here, so we're going to go and help him out, but not before checking these flowers for money. Yes. It is Mario indeed. And that one gave me 30 coins. I was asking for that last round, so I'm glad they gave it to me. So let's go ahead and follow our friend Cranky Kong, who's actually Funky Kong, but I'm going to stick to calling him Cranky Kong, because why the heck not? And we have a fire bro. Ah, Toothaches, where'd you come from? Looking for the stone tablet too? Yeah, something like that. I will never give up the stone tablet. Do you hear me? Never! I'm sure you will. Get out with the charge pitch. You know what? Have some monkey action. Oh yeah. Getting out with the charge pitch is not too bad. This is kind of like getting it out against Donkey Kong. The only difference is it has to be a charge pitch. You can still get the play on the field. If you throw a charge pitch, he hits it, you get him out before he gets to first. It still counts. It is not, if you had to get it with the pitch, it would let you know, it would say get a strikeout. But it's not asking for that. It just says an out in general. So, once again, a play on the field is just fine. Oops. Of course, to get the out with the charge pitch, if you're going for 3 strikes, the only one that has to be a charge pitch is the last one. Or the one that would cause an out. It doesn't have to be the second one, which is why I didn't fail that immediately. But you need to assume that they're going to hit it every single time, so you want to do a charge pitch all 3 times. I messed up right there, but luckily it did not, he didn't get this hit, so it's alright. Why didn't you just save? Someone save me all the hassle. Listen up, don't search the statue behind me. There's no stone tablet anywhere around it. You know, because it's like, don't touch the poster at the game corner. There's no secret switch behind it. Anyway. So he also says try the tunnel on the left side of the island. I stubbed my toe on something there. So that tells you where the other two pieces are. And now we have Funky Kong, a powerhouse with slow charge pitches. And Funky Kong is ready to go. This match just displays whenever there's a new character that was not in the previous GameCube game. So that's why it's showing that. And Funky Kong also owns the shop around here. So in addition to that, we also have him here now. There's the second tablet piece. So let's go ahead and get that third and final one. As they mentioned, it is on the other side of the island. They don't give you very accurate details of where each piece is, unfortunately, but I already know where they are, luckily, so... The first one's not that hard to find, but I could see how the second and third one would give you a little bit of trouble if you weren't paying attention to the clues. And we are just going to go down right here. I'm going to ignore him for now. And we're going to continue through this area. Grab some coins from these bushes, man. Delicious. I don't think this is the correct way to go, but I am going to check anyway, just to make sure. Come on. You can do it, DK. Okay, yeah, there's nothing down here. That's a character we can unlock, but we need Yoshi for that, so... I guess we are going this way. I know where it is. We have to... I guess we do have to talk to the critters. Stop! What are you whips doing out here? Why out of Stone Tablet? What are you babbling about? You're making no sense, but it doesn't matter none. This here's Critter Turf. So time for another mission. However, this time you'll not be unlocking Critter just yet, so just a fair warning about that. Hit the left. Yeah, I remember how much fun I had with this last time we tried to do it. See if we can have a little bit more luck this time. Hopefully that will be the case. So let's just see how this goes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was messaging somebody on Skype there. I was waiting for them to come back online, and then by the time they did, I started this recording. Oh, well, that was a lot easier with Luigi than it was Mario. So, yeah, if you want to have a little bit better time, pick somebody who stands on the right side of the batter's box, not the left. Yeesh. Either way. If you're wondering, though, whenever you're playing like a normal game, you can make them be left or right-handed. You can switch it up between the two. Creeping crawfish. I can't believe I lost. Don't you just love the replacement swears in this game? I gotta tell the boss that he won't forget this, or forgive. Yeah, he probably won't forgive you, but that's not my problem. Hey, look, a barrel. Let's open it. What were you doing inside a barrel, sir? What are you doing here? What, Stone Tablet? Oh, that thing. Listen, I ain't just a pretty face. I got smarts. I ain't telling you squat. That clearly explains why you were in a barrel. Whatever. A sacrifice fly to score a run. I know I'm not switching up much, but like I said, the characters that I use are generally from Wario's team. I used a few from Yoshi's and a few from Peach's, but I don't ever use any from Donkey Kong's. And the ones we have from Wario's I don't use either. It's the other ones that we have not unlocked yet. But hitting a sacrifice fly is actually not that difficult. Basically what you're going to want to do is just hit a sac fly. That's what it tells you to do. What you want to do is just charge up a swing and then swing. And for this mission in particular, it's going to fly very high up into the air. Like this, except it won't be a foul. And then so somebody will catch it very easily, and then you're going to want to shake the Wii remote to get Baby Mario to run to home plate, or whoever that character might be. But this is a sacrifice fly. It sends it way out into the field where somebody is going to catch it to get an out, but it takes them so long to throw it back to home plate that the person on third can make it into home. That's a sacrifice fly. In addition, there are also sacrifice bunts, which those are pretty self-explanatory. You bunt the ball in order for the person on third to make it to home, or from first to make it on second. You give up your runner, basically, as you make sure your runner is going to get an out unless somebody messes up. I generally don't use either sacrifice bunts or flies hardly at all, so either way. After beating him, he will tell you about the Stone Tablet. It is in the giant flower. But you best go and prepare yourselves. I'm going to go tell King K. Rool what happens. Switch on. Each time you beat two of these guys, they are going to have one of these two switches turn on, and then after... Oh, I can search this again. Oh, okay. I was supposed to say that's kind of weird. But after all four switches are activated, King K. Rool will show up right here. However, we can't get to the other two critters just yet, as well as this little treasure chest down here. We'll be able to get those after we get the bridge restored up to its proper thing, but as you can see now, this flower is here, and by clicking on it with A, you can find the tablet piece. I didn't mention that, but you do have to press A around the area to find the tablet piece. You can't just walk into it. Alright. So now we have to put in the pieces, and it's supposed to be a puzzle. However, if you look at your items, and you have to hit the arrows to move over. This is no puzzle. It says you can twist the pieces and rotate them, but there is literally no need to rotate them. They are already fit in exactly how they're supposed to be. 1, 2, 3. It's not a puzzle. This is a baseball game, and they're trying to make a fun little puzzle out of it, but it's not a difficult puzzle at all. And it turns out Bowser Jr. is here as well. And it looks like he has captured Tiny Kong. We must save her. And now we have Diddy Kong as well. He hits and pitches, or his hits and pitches move like crazy. One of the other captains of this game. Let's go help Tiny Kong. I see you there. You think I'm scared? I ain't scared of nothing. I'm going to show you just how strong I am. Alrighty then. So our mission here is to win the game. So this is actually your first example of a quote-unquote real game. I believe it's only 1 inning long, but you can switch around whoever you have on your team to, have different characters. I'm going to take out Goomba. I don't really care too terribly much because it's not going to... I sincerely doubt it's going to take this many players to get rid of him, so that should work, right? And then whenever you get to this screen, you can choose where everybody is relative to the field. Keep in mind, whichever captain you are using, you will have to use them in the game. So if you didn't want to use DK, switch back to Mario, vice versa. So I'll just pick an easy set here. I'll put Luigi right here, Mario right here, Yoshi right here, Beyonce right there, and then I'll just make sure that all these guys work together a little bit well. We'll put the babies at the end. For my fielders, I want decent fielders, so I'm going to have Diddy Kong in the field. How do you get over there? Diddy Kong will be in the field. Funky Kong's a decent fielder. I'd rather have you on the shortstop. I don't care about the babies pitching in particular, but I will switch to Beyonce. And that looks to be alright. DK is actually a pretty good pitcher, so that'll do. As you can see, the innings are locked, so there's only 1 inning. The items are turned on. You can't turn them off. You can turn the Mercy on or off if you want, but since it's only 1 inning, it doesn't matter. It basically just ends the game at the end of an inning if one team is ahead by 10. But since it's only 1 inning, the Mercy does not matter here. And you can also turn the star pitches and star swings on or off if you want. Baby Bowser's is kind of annoying, or Bowser Jr., whatever you want to call him. It is kind of annoying, so if you want to turn it off, then you can do that. That's pretty much the only setting that would matter in those 4. And it looks like we are batting first. I was kind of hoping we would pitch first, because if you pitch first in a 1 inning game and they don't score, all you have to do is score 1 run and the game's just automatically over because they can't beat that. But, oh well. This just shows you how to bat in case you weren't earlier, but we already know how to go through all the practice, so I'm going to skip it. Okay, good. He actually throws his pitches a little bit quickly here. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Make sure that it stops him from doing a buddy jump. Run, Luigi, run! Oh, come on, Luigi. You could have made that. Show a little more urgency. Yes, there's an RBI chance here. We realize that. Yeah! Another one. Two-run home run. There are different hazards on each stadium minus Mario's. Mario's has no hazards. But in this stage, there are hazards. The rolling barrels from the GameCube version are back. And occasionally they will run across the stage and hit fielders. In addition, these flowers are also here. These were not in the GameCube version. But sometimes they'll release like a little gas that will stun your fielders temporarily. Oh wow, that one actually got sent very fast. See, once you get used to the nice hit, it's actually really easy to deliver on these. Just wait till we get to the Yoshi place, because there is one character on Yoshi's team that is a beast. Like, he will get a home run literally every time he steps up to the plate. It is amazing how well he does. But this is right here why Mario Superstar Baseball is harder than Super Mario Sluggers, because you can just keep doing this over and over. This couldn't really happen that often in Mario Superstar Baseball. The only time it could happen is if you used a star swing and you had 5 stars, then it would drill the ball way out into outfield, and it still could be a foul, but it would use up all 5 of your stars. This time you don't have to use the star swing, you can easily do it with any character, and that's why it's so much easier in this game than it is Mario Superstar Baseball. That's one of the things that makes this game easier. It's not the only thing, but it's one of the things. How are you surfing on nothing, sir? This is not Sonic Riders. Now, I'm not used to using Funky Kong's baseball bat, as it were, so this might end up a little bit awry. As you can see, I'm fouling quite a bit here. There we go. And that will go over the fence if they do a buddy jump, which they're not going to be able to even if they could. So there's another 2 runs. If you're wondering if the opposing team, whenever they get up to bat, is going to be this difficult, I promise you they won't be at all. I can show you a couple other star swings, I guess. Here's Diddy Kong's. As you can see, it kind of just does a little boomerang with the ball. I don't know where that dry bones was going. But that's another example of one. That's all I can do right now. Unfortunately, I don't have enough star power. Keep going. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep the dream alive. Even though we have no outs. So even if both of them got outed, we'd still be the ones batting. That was actually a very good hit for Baby Luigi. He's not a very good batter. Is he? No, he's not going to go for triple. I would have had Baby Luigi go for that triple, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Now, something else I didn't talk about in this game is eventually if your pitcher keeps making mistakes, like giving up runs and, you know, causing a lot of walking, which is whenever your person either gets hit or whenever they get 4 balls, then they will start to get tired, and you'll notice that little animation of Baby Bowser having like the sweat drop thing. Whenever that happens, you need to switch out pitchers because it makes it where hits are going to be more easily obtained. Granted, hits will still be easily obtained here because these guys are terrible, but the point still stands. I'm just going to skip all these now, but see, now Magic Koopa's tired. And that's one of the things that pitching is sometimes dependent on, like the pitching skill level, whether it's high or low. That's one of the things it's dependent on. That's the first out that I've got, though. We're already up, what, 8-0? 11-0, excuse me, I was way off. And that one's gone, too. I might just, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and just give up the rest of the mission, because in all honesty, we're so far ahead, there's no way we're going to lose when we're up 12. So I will just give up these hits. Gonna bunt again. That's alright, I wanted you to be out. Oh, yeah. You're so proud of your team, I'm sure. I just got bored and wanted to hit that one. I will admit, I wanted to see how different it was on a normal swing versus a charge swing for him, so. For Cranky Kong. I'll never hear the end of that from all the Donkey Kong fans. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of the Donkey Kong series. I do own Donkey Kong Country Returns, and I enjoyed playing it, but I never actually finished it. I got to the last world, and it wasn't that it was too hard, I just lost interest in it. Got too excited for Mario Kart 8, yes! So stoked for that. I saw some footage of it recently, like some new footage. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. I'm so glad I pre-ordered that. Alright, so let's skip the pitching practice and actually get going here. Donkey Kong has a massive curve on his pitch, so I will warn you about that in advance. He does have a big curve on his pitch, so there's not much you can do to change the curve. However, the pitch is incredibly fast, so that's one advantage to using him here. But fielding, kind of like I mentioned how the batting's easier in this one than is the GameCube version, the fielding is also phenomenally easier than it was in Superstar Baseball. People seem to err all the time in Superstar Baseball. But just the fielding in general is a lot easier. So even if you're playing with a nunchuck, it's harder than it is with just the Wii Remote, but it's still pretty easy. And we get awarded our MVP, which is Donkey Kong, the monkey. Probably for pitching the 3 strikeouts in addition, am I right? Yeah, because he's going to have... See, right here, it's got the pitching. The pitching gave him another 110 points. So out of the 120 he had, 110 were for pitching. Otherwise, it would have been Mario, because he got, you know, the most besides that, so... Let's go ahead and return to the last area. Man, we're already up to 20 minutes? Jeez. These videos run by fast. I remember back when I only had, like, 10 or 11 minutes to record, though. Like, man, those LPs took such a long time just because of that. I know I'm tougher than you. Yeah, I'm sure you do. So, once again, he threatens to go take over a different ballpark. What a surprise. And Tiny Kong joins you. A well-rounded player with a mean curve. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of her either. Tiny Kong is ready to go. You can now play Burrell Basher. This is the minigame that's unlocked from whenever you save the stadium. Mario has one as well. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is, but each time you save a stadium, you'll get a new minigame like that to play, so... That's pretty much all on that front. Now we can actually go under this bridge since it is unlocked, and surprise, we moved into another critter. What do we have to do? Get a double play. Okay, that's not too hard. If I could hit the button. There we go. But yeah, getting a double play, for anybody that knows about baseball, you probably already know what this is, so it's not going to be that difficult. For those of you that don't know, a double play is when you get 2 outs at once. Get outs on first and second base. So you want him to hit this pitch, and then you want to throw it very quickly to second, and then throw it again to first in order to get a double play. There are also triple plays, however those are incredibly uncommon both in real baseball and in this game, so don't see them that much. In Mario Superstar Baseball, people seem to get double and triple plays against you all the time. But in this game, it's not very common for either side. Most of the time I don't let people even get on to first, so... Curses, I lost. So, he runs off as well. We'll switch back to Mario because this is a pipe. And that will warp us down here with the treasure chest. Even if we wanted to open it, we'd have to get through the dirty underbelly of the Critter Gang. I'm not sure what that means, but King K. Rool said it, so it must be important. Yeah, sure. Don't let them score. Let's do something different. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Tiny Kong, but I figured we'd switch it up, because we keep seeing Mario and Luigi and occasionally Donkey Kong, so let's switch it up and have somebody who's not a captain actually be the person for the mission. Sometimes you have to have specific characters, but it's not very often. The brown critter, you know, in the bathroom. Anyway. So don't let the runner on base come home, basically. That's not too bad. But what they mean by don't let them score is don't let anybody score, if I recall correctly. You only have to strike out or field out that one guy, but you cannot let anybody score. You don't have to get to 3 outs, it's just beating him. So as long as you get him out before anybody makes it to home plate, whether it's a strikeout or on the field, then you should be okay. What just happened? That was bad. And he turns the other switch on. And surprise, King K. Rool was behind the firewall. The waterfall. Jeez. So he threatens to give us a kingly beating. Could I please move? Thank you. So we're gonna go and take on his challenge, because beating King K. Rool not only gives you him, but it gives you all the critters that you've beaten thus far as well. So I do say, bring it on. The gloves are off because we are playing as the monkey. Now, for this mission, you'll have to hit a home run. That's right, I'm definitely switching back to... No, not Baby Luigi, that'd be a terrible idea. Switching back to Donkey Kong for this because he's very good at hitting home runs because he's a power character. At this point in time, if you follow what I said, DK is your best bet. If you've got Wario, go for him. Pretty much any heavyweights. PD Prawn would work quite well. King Boo would work quite well if you had him at this point. But you will have DK, so like you have to have DK to get to this point. So you will at least have him. There's no way that's a home run. This one might take a few tries. Only because DK's sweet spot's a little bit hard to tell because he's wearing a glove instead of using a baseball bat. That was terrible. You can do it. There we go, that's a home run. Keep in mind, if you do get a hit like that and it goes over the foul line, that's not a home run, it's a foul ball, so fair warning. Even though it is hitting a home run, it's not like Mario Superstar Baseball. Getting the home run in this game is not too hard. Not really for anybody. Like, Mario and Luigi could do it just fine if you didn't want to use DK. Great gravy boats, you saps are pretty good. And so he decides to join your lineup. King K. Rool, dominating bat and arm, but poor stamina. I can tell, you can't even see the line on his running. So now we have King K. Rool. In addition to this, you get all the critters as well. A brute whose glove work hides his slow feet. A true brute with a good arm. A true brute who wields a big bat. And a true brute who can run a bit, if I recall correctly. Yes, it is. I don't remember what the keeper catch ability is, and I really don't care, because I don't use the critters at all. None of them. I'm not a giant fan of the power characters. It's nice to have a couple, but choose your power characters wisely. That's all I have to say, is choose them very wisely. I would recommend power characters that have a little bit of running speed, because if they don't, then if they don't hit a home run, then they could seriously be in trouble. Which is why I like King Boo. He can actually run a fair amount. I think more than that brown critter can, so he's not the worst choice in the world. Anyway, back to Wario City. And we will end it off here, because we are already at 27 minutes. But next time, we will, probably not complete Wario City, but we'll at least be getting Wario out of Wario City to go pick up those 2 treasure chests and anything else we might find in the later future. So I'll switch back to DK and see you guys next time. Later.